What's up, YouTube Gen X? I'm gonna keep this one short. Me and my boys had dinner last night, and one of them, we are on the same page. We get it in terms of the bullshit that's going on between men and women. A big part of that has to do with the fact that we both have older sisters, and the vast majority of our friends who we're trying to get to wake up, they don't have much exposure to what's going on, to tell you the truth. And we've kind of been out there in terms of dealing with women across the board, women from different locations and whatnot, and they've more so been still stuck on the girl that they met in college. We've kind of been out there in that adult scene. So we're having dinner with one of our other boys who's younger, not in age, but in mentality. And he wasn't understanding the difference between love and respect. It's very simple. A lot of the times, your good dude, right, your nice guy, doesn't get what he's looking for because he's only trying to win her love. Oh, I want her to love me. Let me be the nice guy. Let me be the one to pull out the chair, open up the door, wine and dine her. Let me be the guy that takes her out on Valentine's Day even though she's giving up the pussy to somebody else. That sort of dude, right? A lot of the times they don't understand the respect component. It's very simple. If you want that sort of complete relationship, if you want her to treat you how you feel you need to be treated, you have to get her to love you, which is easy, but then you also have to get her to respect you. And I've talked about this before. There are behaviors that men do and behaviors that women do that you really can't explain. It is what it is. It's who we are. It's how we're hardwired. But then there are behaviors that are negative that you have to call out. It doesn't matter if they're a male or a female. It's like having a dog. A dog is going to have certain behaviors that you really can't, explain. It's a dog. They're going to do what they're going to do. But then there's behaviors where it's like, nah. That's not going to happen. Get down. You're not supposed to be over there. You know better. And they'll respond. My dog, he'll try that all day. He knows what we okay, and he knows what he can't do. And he knows it's bad behavior. That's why when he does it, he wants to go outside or he hides in the corner. Because he knows it's bad behavior. So there is that level of respect that my dog has for me. Yeah, the dog loves me, but my dog also respects me because he understands I'm going to whoop his ass if he does something that he's not supposed to do. And with men, especially your quote-unquote nice guy, we don't do that. We assume that because she's a woman, you have to deal with it. Oh, women are women, and, women want to be in relationships, and women want to be married, so you just have to accept what they do. No, you don't. There's bad behavior that you have to call out. You have to call it out. Now, I'm not saying that every woman is going to respond to that well. There will be women that you try to call them out, they don't want to fuck with you anymore. Bye, good riddance. You're not a god. You're not a god. If you fuck up, you have to be checked. Or if you're slipping and you don't know it, I got to check you. Because I hope you do the same for me. I don't want a chick that's going to treat me like a god. I want a chick that can say, hey, you're on some bullshit right now, because there may be times where I don't even know it. But I need somebody to come through and say, hey, you got to get this right. And I respect that. Because there will be women, once again, that will run away because they don't like being called out. Because for a lot of women, especially black women, they've never been called out in their life. I've seen chicks throw temper tantrums like they were a 4-year-old white boy. Because they've never really been called out. They've never really been checked before. And some of them will say, I don't like it, I'm not going to fuck with you. Some of them, they may throw the fit, they may be mad at you, I don't want to speak to you anymore, but they'll come back because they've never experienced somebody that's holding them accountable. And now they have to prove themselves, and now they can't do whatever they want to do. Now they understand that if I'm not coming game tight, he's not going to treat me in the same way. That's where that respect starts to kick in. Now, obviously, you pick your battles. You know, I'm not going to spend every day calling out some shit that's bad behavior. Obviously, you pick and choose your battles, but when she understands that I'm going to call you out, that respect is going to be there. Like, real talk is going to be there. And you'll be surprised the level of treatment you get. See, a lot of dudes, they'll get that level of treatment and they'll feel like, oh, it's a love thing. Nah, man, it's a respect thing. It's a respect factor. Now, there's another component that you have to incorporate as well. Not only is it about you calling out the behavior, but you also have to be in a position where you can insert a consequence for bad behavior. That's why it's important for men to get their shit together. If she's coming at you foul, it's about saying, that's bad behavior, and if you keep that bad behavior up, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You're not going to enjoy the benefits of being with a productive, progressive man. So I'm not going to be happy with you. You know, I may not call you as much, or I may not show you that level of affection that you want. Not because I'm an asshole, but it's clear that you're not acting correctly. You know, it's not about cheating. But if it holds up, I may break up with you. See, you have to have a level of power, or not power, but you have to have some sort of consequence for her bad behavior. Because there's women that will say, yeah, I'm fucking up right now, and you got me, you caught me, but nigga, what are you going to do about it? You know, going back to your men that are on that black women are queens bullshit, where it's like, okay, you're trying to call her out, but she's not viewing you as the king. She's a queen without a king. Like, what are you going to do? She'll tell you, nigga, leave. What are you going to do? You live with me. I pay your bills. You eat because of me. So you have that, and it's like, yeah, you're calling out her bad behavior, but you can provide no consequence for that behavior. So it's two parts. But most of your well-to-do progressive men, that's not the issue. You know, in terms of not having the power to instill a consequence. That's already there. It's just more so the calling out of the behavior that's not okay. The calling out of the behavior that's not going to fly. So if you can do that, you're going to be in a good position. And the same goes for women as well. That's why we're telling women, get your shit together, correct your attitude, hit the gym up, do whatever you need to do. Because now, if any man wants to act up on your, act up, and you're calling it out, you can tell him, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. If you're not acting correctly, I'm going to leave, or I'm not going to treat you in the same way. And what is he going to do? He can't tell you where you're going to go. See, right now, a lot of black women don't like to hear it. But a lot of brothers do act out of pocket because they know she ain't going nowhere. What's she going to do? Like, where are you going to go right now? Yeah, you're calling me out, but you ain't going nowhere. Sit your ass down. Yeah, there are men out there like that. And we're saying that if you want him to respect you and not treat you in that way, you have to be in a position where you can check that behavior. You can punish him for that sort of consequence. And not even so much withholding the pussy. It's more than just, well, I'm not going to give him any sex tonight. No. It's more so, I'm not going to treat you in the same way. I'm not going to give you that same level of consideration that you low-key took for granted. And if it holds up, I'm going to leave. Because we both know my shit is together. We both know that, my body is tight. I have that personality that, the men love. And I can easily leave and find another man. So once that's there, he'll understand that I gotta, keep my shit together. Because she can call me out. Yeah, there will be men that may not want to fuck with you because you can call them out. Well, guess what? You don't want those men. But the men where it's just like, damn, I'm low-key upset, but I respect the fact that she's calling me out, they'll understand that that makes me better. The fact that you can call me out makes me better because I may not even know I'm slipping. And it's always better to have another set of eyes looking over you. Somebody who's relatively more objective to your situation. So it's a win-win once you have that love and when you have that level of respect. And I think this is important for a lot of younger men and young women to understand. It's not easy going about getting respect. It's not easy. There will be arguments. There will be, I'm mad at you. I don't want to deal with you anymore. But trust me, for the most part, they will come back. I promise you they will come back. If somebody put a gun to my head and said, you can't have love and respect, you can only have one, I would go for respect 100 times out of 100. Trust me. And in my opinion, if you push for respect first, I feel like love will follow. But if you go for love, I'm not sure that respect will follow all the time. But that's my opinion. Obviously, people can feel differently. That's my vid. Y'all take it easy. God bless.